Hi guys, my name is Nishil Kaushal and I am currently interning with Alexis and Company, and today I will talk about the different kinds of agents. So basically, first of all, what is an agent and a principal? So basically, according to section 182 of the Act, an agent is a person employed to do any act for another or to represent another in dealings with a third person. The person for whom such act is done or who is represented is called the principal. For example, A appoints B to buy 100 tons of iron ore on his behalf. Here, A is the principal and B is the agent, and contract between the two is known as agency. Now, what are the different kinds of agents? Now, from the point of view of the extent of authority, first comes the special agent. A special agent is the one who is appointed to perform a particular task or to represent his principal in some particular transaction. Such an agent has a limited authority, and as soon as the act is performed, his authority comes to an end. He cannot bind his principal in any matter other than for which he is employed. Now comes the general agent. A general agent is the one who has the authority to do all acts connected with a particular trade, business or employment. Such authority continue until it is put to an end. Now comes universal agent. A universal agent is the one whose authority to act for the principal is unlimited. He has authority to bind his principal by any act which he does, provided that act should be legal and applicable to the law of the land. Now, from the point of view of the nature of work, now comes the commercial and mercantile agents. First comes the del credere agent. A del credere agent is the one who, in consideration of an extra commission, guarantees his principal that the person with whom he enters into contract on the behalf of the principal shall perform their obligations. He occupies the position of both a guarantor and an agent. B part is the commission agent. A commission agent is a person who buys or sells goods in the market on the behalf of his employer on the best terms and who receives commission for his labor. Factor. A factor is a mercantile agent entrusted with the possession of goods for the purpose of selling them. He can sell the goods in his own name. A factor has a general lien on the goods of his principal for a general balance of account between him and the principal, as stated in section 171. Broker. A broker is a mercantile agent employed for the purpose of purchase and sale of goods. He is employed primarily to bring about a contractual relation between the principal and the third parties and take commission for his labor. He cannot act or sue in his own name. As he has no labor, he has no right to lien. Now comes co-agent, where an authority is expressively given on several persons with no stipulation that any one or more of them shall be authorized to act in the name of the whole body. They have a joint authority and they are called co-agents. Now comes sub-agent. A sub-agent is a person employed by and acting under the control of the original agent in the business of the agency. Now comes the auctioneer. An auctioneer is an agent appointed by a seller to sell his goods by public auction for a reward, generally in the form of a commission. He has authority to receive the price of the goods sold. He can also sue for the price in his own name. The principal is liable for the third parties for the acts of the auctioneer if the auctioneer acts with the scope of his apparent authority, even though he disobeys instructions privately given to him. Now comes the banker. The relationship between a banker and his customer is really that of a debtor and a creditor. But there is a super added obligation on the part of the banker to pay when called upon to do so by the draft or order in the form of a check of the customer. To this extent, a banker is the agent of his customer. Now comes the non-mercantile agents. So these agents basically include the attorney, solicitors, insurance agents, clearing and forwarding agents, etc. Thank you.